Stay tuned for another episode of the Coming Soon podcast with Spider.
Hello, everybody. Spider here, Coming Soon podcast. Of course, being joined by the young, talented actress Victoria Tiny. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
And of course, we have your dad, Captain Cutter, out there on the side. He's your bodyguard, so that's good to know. But of course, I mean, we have you on here. I mean, there's quite a few things that you've been involved in that I among other people, I'm sure, are jealous of because you actually you're building yourself. You have this platform that you are taking advantage of when it comes to your acting. You've done some, you're a published model, so that's actually pretty damn cool. I'll give you that. But of course, I mean, when it comes to acting to theater, I'm going to start there. I mean, what was it that got you interested in doing that?
I wanted to be an actor when I grew up, so I was like, theater is the closest thing I got to acting. So I started acting. I got into theater and auditioned for the role Gretchen in Mean Girls. If you don't know, it's one of the three main classics in Mean Girls.
And let me ask you, because of course, when it comes to acting, I mean, you got to perform. It's different when you're in theater because you have like a live studio audience. I mean, people are watching you. It's live. You were able to jump in a short film, and we're going to get into that later. But did you notice a difference? I mean, jumping on the short film to actually being in theater. I mean, was one easier than the other?
Um, for theater, you kind of only have one chance.
Yeah.
If you mess up, you mess up. That's it. You mess up your line or you see the line wrong, that's it. You have no other to go back. But when film, you can redo it how many times you want until you get it
Right.
right. So it's like that. I would say film is easier for not mess ups, but depending if how the person if you want to get it done over with, then I probably would prefer them to get into musical theater than film.
No, you see, and of course, when it comes to theater, I mean, what was it? Of course, you said you wanted to be an actress, but what was it that got you interested? I mean, was it just watching TV? Was it watching other people around you?
It was TV, and also because I went to a play once with my brother and sister and their mom, and I was like, "Whoa, this is so cool!" And I was like, "That's pretty cool if I was in it." And then no, it wasn't it. So yeah, that's kind of also what helped. It was in movies and animated movies for voice actors, and also just watching people perform on stage is pretty cool too.
You see, and I'll give you that because, of course, I mean, being young, I mean, I was young once. I'm sure your dad was once at one point, many years ago. But I mean, there was a lot of things that I personally didn't take advantage of. I mean, I wanted to be in theater in middle school and high school. I was too shy. I was afraid of people not liking what I was doing. So, of course, I let all that pressure get to me. I mean, obviously, you look past that. So, what was it that, how was it that you were able to overlook that and just say, you know what, I'm just going to go in there and get this done?
I would say is that because my first time was really good because I think so my experience was pretty good for theater. Is that I would say usually that I don't know. Well, sometimes people don't have really good experiences their first time, but theater people in theater are super nice. They support you a lot. And if you're singing, they won't talk over you. They won't sing for you. They won't sing with the song, which is really disrespectful. If you guys didn't know that, it's disrespectful to sing over someone. But yeah, it's pretty good because some people after you sing, they start clapping and no one talks over you, and that's pretty cool. Because I was just trying to support you and want to do your best. Yeah.
No, no, no. I agree. And let me ask you, your volume, that if you mind, because her volume keeps going up and down. I just don't want to. I don't know if everybody else can hear that or if they can. Is it on Bluetooth?
Yeah.
Okay, if you might have to take. I mean, is she okay with going just with the speaker? Because I can hear you perfectly, bro. So I don't know if it's just because of the Bluetooth she had on. I don't know if she can do without that.
I'm looking. Hang on. Tanya, you're just gonna have to talk a little louder.
Okay. I'll try.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. It's just I just didn't want to keep going if people because I could your volume keeps going up and down and I don't want it not to sound be loud enough for everybody else to hear. But
Okay.
yeah, but of course, I mean, when it comes to acting, I mean, there's a lot. you were able to jump into this short film, Legend of the Donkey Lady. I mean, you and your dad went out there for the premiere of the family. And I mean, how was it? How exciting was it for you to sit there and watch yourself on the screen?
It was pretty cool. When I saw myself, I also didn't expect myself to be in there that long, so that was really cool.
You see, and of course it's the acting bug, because I mean you've done theater, which I would say is probably harder than it is to be in movies. I mean, that's just my forte. But I mean, now that you've done that, I mean, what are you looking at like for the new year? Are you looking at like jumping into more projects?
Yeah, I don't mind. But I probably will do more theater when I'm older, because in high school there's a theater class, so I'll probably do more plays. And if I have some chances, I'll probably be in some movies, maybe.
No, and of course, I mean, just like the short film, the Lions Act Productions, of course, the team, the husband and wife, doing great things. They've actually given me the opportunity to help out and jump into a few projects myself. I mean, are you looking at other indie films as well? I mean, are there things out there that you'd be interested in participating in? And of course, you'd have that driving you out there.
Yeah, he's asking if you want to be in like other movies and stuff like that as they come up.
Oh, if they ask me, I will be in it. I don't really have an agent to look at movies that have auditions open yet. But I would like if someone comes to me and asks like, "Hey, you want to be this movie for me?" I'll probably tell them to ask my dad, and then I'll see it goes after there.
Well,
No,
more
no,
likely, yes.
and yeah, no, no, and I was gonna say, and of course, I'm sure it'll be in contract. Your dad will have to be in the part two, right? That'll be in the script, man. But yeah, I mean, when it comes to seeing you guys out there, man, I always enjoy seeing everybody when it comes to the local community. You and your dad. I mean, I've seen you guys everywhere. When it comes to doing the cosplay thing. Now, cosplay was that harder for you to do than theater?
No, because theater you have to memorize like monologues and a bunch of lines, which the lines like the whole entire play are usually 1 hour long. Which getting into cosplay is like having an outfit on.
No, and the only reason I was asking was because, of course, I mean, if you're out in public, chances are nobody knows you, so it's a lot easier for you to just go out there and cosplay and do your thing. But I mean, when it comes to theater, of course, you're at school, you have your classmates. Afterwards, you have to see everybody in class, so it's just like, okay, you know what? Um, how how has the feedback been as far as theater? I mean, do you have friends that are doing the same thing and kind of maybe you inspired them to maybe look into this?
I have um I have a lot of friends. I have friends. I they're also in Descendants too. But one of my friends, well, I have three friends like Peter, and one of them was a Maleficent from Descendants, and one of them was Jane, so the daughter of Fairy Godmother, and
Oh,
one of them was
nice.
Maurice, you know, Belle's father in the team. And I don't know why they joined, but I do know I think I inspired someone, so I'm not too
And of course, when it comes to cosplay, because of course, I mean, having a social media, I'm sure your friends are on there. And I mean, what do they say about you doing cosplay? I mean, going to all these events. I mean, do they think it's cool? Do they kind of want to do it themselves? I mean, what kind of feedback do you get from that?
My friends don't really mind. They think it's pretty cool I'm doing it, but they don't. I don't think they want to be cosplayers, to be honest.
And well, you see, and the reason I'm asking is because even I mean, you and your dad, your dad's been doing it, and I give him props for that because I wouldn't be able to do it. It's like for one thing for me to find a character I can relate with and actually be able to go out there and express myself that way. I mean, I wouldn't be able to do it. So you guys actually have a knack. It's definitely great that you guys are taking advantage of that and using it for something. Because of course when it comes to acting, I mean, you're gonna have to get used to that pressure. You're gonna have to get used to being around people. Theater, I mean, you're already doing that, so you're actually getting a lot of experience. That's what I'm saying. I'm kind of jealous of what you're doing because if I would have done that when I was younger, who knows? And not maybe nothing would have came out of it, but at least I would have experienced that. And even now, jumping in films, it would have definitely helped out. Now, let me ask you.
Yeah,
once again, I mean, as far as when it comes to being a published model, what does that mean? I mean, what is it that you've been on that you were able to get those opportunities?
You
Well, she had a photographer take photos of her, and she had her first magazine that she was on. It was an overseas magazine, and it was the photo of Samora, which we give credit to Stickers and Stars,
Yeah,
Candy, for kind of breaking that shell of hers
nice.
and that Samora outfit, And then next, we took some photos, and then we took to, well, we got the attention of Bella Sarah Photography, and took photos of her and put her in two different magazines. She was in one magazine, the first one, and I can't recall the first one, but the second one was called Cosplay Zine or something like that, and
Oh, nice,
they were
man.
both from the Samora magazine. So she was featured in two different magazines,
Cool,
and
man. Cool.
which was pretty, awesome.
Heck yeah,
Being, I
dude.
think she was,
Shit, even if I went missing, I don't even think I'd make the back of a milk carton, man. But
yeah,
I mean, to be
yeah,
able to
she,
put your face on there, man, that's pretty cool.
yeah, she was, Sarah. She does a really phenomenal job, especially with Summer and or Victoria. And she did a phenomenal job. And I just never, it was mind blowing that she was in two different magazines. It was like,
Oh,
man, at the age of 12 years old, and it's just, she just
no, I
keeps,
mean, dude, I mean that's awesome, man, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, even now, I'll be happy if I get anything. I mean, I do this and I do other things, but I mean, for Victoria to get this experience this early, man, and have that support, you know, I mean, who
oh,
knows,
yeah,
man?
yeah. I try to support her a lot, even with the costumes and how she wears them, how she moves or how she stands or the photos she takes with them. Yeah, I do a little bit of that, but everything else is her.
Right.
She did a huge, huge, phenomenal job at Houston Horror Film Fest. I mean, she was the only Samora there, and the people were just spooked by her, just standing, and it was crazy. You know,
You see, I was there, man, and definitely, both you guys did great. I mean, for sure, man. I mean, the fact that, let me ask you this, Victoria, when it comes to being out there in public, I mean, of course, you have your dad with you. Are you more comfortable having your dad by your side doing these things?
yes, definitely.
You see, it's like having your own bodyguard, so that's good, man. I mean, definitely, great for pops to be able to go out there and support you and be there because, of course, it did get busy. I mean, there was a lot of people. The hallways were crazy crowded, so yeah, having somebody out there to have your support you, and have your back, of course, and that's definitely a plus. And
yes,
Houston
sir.
Horror, those conventions, man. I mean, because of course, even here in San Antonio, you guys have been, every mall out there that's been doing conventions. I mean, of course, I'm looking forward to 2025. I mean, this year and even over, there's a couple of great ones coming up.
Mhm.
Victoria, let me ask you this: when it comes to your Instagram handle, what is Creepy Coneco, man? What is that?
Oh, so creepy is because I do creepy stuff. Neko is kitty, but in Japanese because I do like cute stuff like
Okay.
Nezuko, Michiro, and like that. Yeah. But yeah,
Oh, okay, okay, and of course, I mean, you're doing the best of both worlds because, of course, the anime. I know, I don't think your dad minds. He kind of not that he complains about having to go, but I mean, he definitely does both worlds as well. But the fact that that's your forte, that's kind of what you look forward to more. I mean, that's cool. I mean, good for him to be able to do that. Continue to go out there and cosplay as well, but to do I guess kind of you help him and he helps you. You guys a good team right there.
Yeah, and Dean. Yeah, yeah, and,
Man, and
yeah.
like I said, bro, I mean, even earlier, man, and like, I mean, you having to do this because of course, having to work, do the adult thing, and of course, go to these events every weekend. I mean, it's not easy. I mean, it's for myself, doing media, doing coverage. It's like I work more on this than I do in my job. It's kind of kind of how busy it gets, But for
Yeah,
the most
yeah.
part, we do it because we love it, man.
Oh yeah, yeah. I couldn't tell you how many times I put on that face paint this whole month. So it's been a lot.
And I
Been a
thought
lot.
you'd have it on today, honestly, man. I was like, man, he probably got it on, man.
Yeah. Just need to stay on for a while. Just a little bit longer.
No, no, and of course, November's here. October's done and out. I'm just hoping. One of the things. Let me ask you this, Victoria. I mean, Halloween, of course. I mean, you're still young. You're enjoying the holidays. As adults, I mean, I'm sure some of us still do. I don't. But Halloween. I mean, I look forward to every day. But for you, did you notice more during this month that there was more things going on? Because of course, both you guys were busy setting up at what was it, the Haunted Maze? You guys were out there at conventions. So of course there was a lot more traffic this month. But I mean, are you okay with it being like this, or would you rather like, hey, you know what, if this happened like every month? I mean, or would that be too much? Let me ask you that.
I don't really mind it. It's just as long as I have like maybe a break one weekend,
Oh yeah.
I can do something. But I don't really mind it. Like I don't mind doing stuff so I can actually do something on the weekend besides just chilling at home.
No, yeah, yeah, and that's the thing, and I give it to the stores, for most of us. I mean, throughout the year, we support horror when it comes to the vendors, to the events. For most of us, conventions are every month, every week. I mean, San Antonio has been saturated by a lot of conventions, and it's a good thing. There's a little bit for
Oh yeah.
everybody. The
Hmm.
last one, I believe, or the biggest one you guys were on with what was it, the Big Texas, right?
Well, we weren't dressed up though. We were just there. We were just there. I think she was dressed up. I believe. Yeah, she was dressed up for Big Texas. I wasn't. I took a break on that one. But what was cool about it, she got actually pulled to the front for the like the grand opening on the Saturday.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, so she was up there with the rest of the cosplayers, and that was pretty something, for her to be up there. Like wow, even I was jealous.
Yeah,
Like
you were
man,
like,
I want I
let
want
me go home and change real quick.
I go man. I wish I had my costume on. I would have been up there, but yeah, so she got pulled to the front, and you know,
Man,
and just got to be part of the cutting the ribbon.
oh sweet, man. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Did
Yeah,
they make
yeah.
the paper? Did they post that on their page?
They posted on their page. Yeah.
Man, I look that up.
hmm it was Saturday. Their Saturday opening. They did it every single day. They did it on Friday. They did it on Saturday. They did it on Sunday.
Oh, sweet,
And
man.
so if you're there early enough, they pick certain cosplayers, and she was one of them for the
Nice.
opening.
You see, man, and one of the things too, I'll say this because not just with you guys, but I mean the other cosplayers like throughout the state. Every city I've been to, man, a lot of people are getting opportunities not just for movies, but also for events. Because a lot of times, if there's a theme and they like your costume, like they'll invite you back and be like, man, you know what? Can you come in dressed up and just be there, just to kind of hype up the crowd. So I mean, that's like a VIP pass in itself, man.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And like I said, she does a really good job, and she's still got about another a costume that she hasn't really expressed to the world. I mean, we only did little teasers here, but yeah, that costume is gonna be pretty cool.
Can we know, Victoria, is that costume anime or horror?
It's for
Oh, okay, okay, sweet. Well, at least we know that. So that's, yeah, something to look forward to, man. And now let me ask
Hmm.
you, Victoria, when it comes to films, I mean, of course, is there a preference? I mean, would you rather be on one, like whether it's a comedy, a drama, a horror, sci-fi? I mean, would you prefer one over the other?
I think horror's pretty cool. I think I don't really care what type of genre it is. I would like go like I don't really care. I'll be everywhere basically.
Nice. That's what I wanted to hear. So that's good. So of course, for those local directors, producers, man, I mean, there's always people out there looking for not necessarily extras, but also for people to play leads or supporting leads. There's a lot of short films, a lot of projects going on here in San Antonio. So I mean, of course, for those that are going to be out there watching this video, whether they're watching it now or later, I mean, it's always they can definitely reach out. I mean, like I mentioned earlier, when it comes to your Instagram handle, they can go there. And of course, your parents supervise this platform as well. But if they want you to message, they can message the page, correct?
Correct. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. And you can see a lot of her costumes that or she's tried, and she's been doing it since she can walk. Been doing cosplay since she was born, basically. Yeah, she's been doing it for a long time. Yeah.
You see, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that, bro, because for me, like the podcast itself, man, it's 2 years, October. So it was my 2 year anniversary doing the Coming Soon podcast. When
Ah,
I jumped on,
congratulations.
no, thank you, I appreciate that, guys. And when I jumped on, it was more. I knew this stuff was going on. I mean, I was seeing more the bigger shows than the smaller ones. When I jumped on there, I said, okay, let me go to the mall. Let me go check this out. I didn't realize how big it was, how many people actually got involved, whether being a vendor, a cosplayer, or just a fan, going out there and supporting. But have you guys noticed, like within the last 2 years, that it's gotten a little bit bigger?
Oh yeah, most definitely. It's gotten pretty big. It's gotten which hats off to those people who run those events like Retro City and Kings of Horror, and the
Yeah,
other
bro. You got
one of
Comic
them, I
Con,
don't
you
remember
got
the name, but yeah, hats off to them. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. But
yeah,
all we get is the sweet side of it. We get like oh my god, this is awesome. But
yeah. We
the
get to
work
leave.
the work behind it, is
Exactly. I was gonna say we get to leave and we don't have to clean up, right? We just pack up.
yeah. We just enjoy the party. But hats off to them, man. Those you know that's it just seems like so much work to do, but
No,
hats off to them for bringing that good stuff to the community, especially in San Antonio. And like I say, hats off to them.
no. I agree, man. And I mean, of course, this is why I kind of do what I do because I figure, what, the more I promote them, the bigger they'll get, the more people will get involved, and I'm able to do something. You guys are able to go out there and dress up and play the characters and actually get involved. And myself, I get out there to go out there and grab footage and content and just keep growing. But of course, I mean, Victoria, let me ask you when it comes to doing what you've been doing now. I mean, being an actress, having been a published model because that is a thing, and you've actually done that. Being a cosplayer. I mean, is there something else you're looking forward to next year? Like, are you looking at maybe doing other projects other than those three?
Um, I don't think so. Not really. It's, yeah, not really. Because I don't really do anything else besides that stuff and
Yeah.
drawing and just playing my flute. Not really like I don't have a lot of stuff to collaborate.
Oh, okay, okay. I was gonna say because I know your dad's a musician, so I thought maybe you'd be out there doing lead vocals or something, but not
Yeah,
not
no,
yet, right?
but no, she does play in band though. She does play in band.
Nice.
She plays
Okay.
the flute,
Oh,
so
sweet.
she does have the musical
Yeah.
aspect of it, but not in local band,
No, not
but
not
in
yet.
a
Not yet.
school band.
There you
Yeah.
go. Yeah, well, that's cool. But of course, like I said, I mean, this is about you. I mean, about what you've been doing, about what's coming up next year. 2025. I mean, like I said, this year ain't over yet. But I mean, the new year. Of course, everybody waits. So typically, they'll wait till the new year to do something else or maybe pursue something else when it comes to hobbies, projects, or whatnot. But I mean, yourself. I mean, you're happy with what you're doing now. I mean, if other opportunities were to come, I mean, would you be open to do other things? I mean, whether it be creative art, painting, drawing, writing, anything like that?
Yeah,
And of course, let me
yeah.
ask you: do you write? I mean, is that a thing? Are you like into writing right now?
No, I don't really know how to write. I think it's pretty cool. People can write. People can do that type of stuff, but I can't personally just write.
Oh, okay, okay. I was just curious because that's it, man. I mean, normally people they do memos, they have diaries. I mean, people write, and that's considered writing because, of course, if you're able to transform your thoughts and emotions on paper. I mean, that's always a plus, But
Yeah,
you know, I mean,
she does draw though. She does draw.
it's nice, dude.
Yeah,
That's
she
I
does
mean, that's
draw.
great,
Those are like
man.
these animated looking things and stuff. So
I draw traditionally with pencil, like paper and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
digitally too. So I do both back and forth. That's not only one type of thing.
Okay, well, shoot, I can't do either. So you already got me covered, man. That's pretty cool. And of course, let me ask you because I mean, like I said, I mean, when it comes to being an artist, and that's basically what everybody does. We're creative. We can express ourselves one way or another. I mean, it's what creates art. For you, what is it that motivates you? I mean, do you listen to music like to get like motivated for something, or what do you listen to?
Like music I listen to is kind of like Mitski or like Alex G and stuff like that. I do listen to a little bit of rock because my father. I do listen to a lot of music. I won't say I have a favorite genre, but I
Yeah,
would say my genres are anything
yeah.
but country. I'm not a big
Oh, okay, okay. No, nothing wrong with that. And I was gonna say you listen to rock. You meant your father, and I was gonna say, oh, he still has that demo cassette, right? Never got into production, but he still has it somewhere, man.
man, I put on the CD what I used to play, and she just laughs at it. Like,
I
ah,
don't
that's funny.
I don't laugh at it.
Yeah, you do when I scream on that one of those songs. You're like, oh, that's funny.
That's when she
I
goes
think
to that. That's when you go to that wobbly table and put the CD under it, right? Keep it from moving. There you go.
Yeah,
Or use it like
exactly.
a poster. It's like, hey. But of course,
Yeah.
like I mentioned, I mean, 2024, we still have a few weeks left of this month. I mean, like I said, it's no barely November, but are there some conventions, some shows that you guys are looking forward to before the end of the year?
Well, yes, we are doing one in November with me and her, and it's
Okay,
actually the second time that we actually do something as like a duel. But it's gonna be at Ingram Park Mall with
right.
Retro City and the Creepy Clown Society, which would have quite a bit of clowns involved in that one. We got I actually have two personal special guests coming for that one,
Nice.
clowns. But it will have the largest array of clowns that you ever see at an event. Not we're not talking about haunted houses and things
Right.
like that nature, but at an event, it'll be one of the largest ones. A group of them, especially having the like six, I think, movie clowns, different ones from Pennywise's to Twisty to Spalding to all you name it, and we also are going to have the first female John Wayne Gacy clown, which is very
Oh, nice.
interesting. I am very interested in seeing that in person.
Man, I was gonna
But
say, dude,
yes,
that's got to be a first.
yeah, that is one of the first. I mean, there's been other characters played,
Right.
but characters. I think she goes by Joanna Gacy,
Oh,
but she looks great, and it's going to be awesome. And we can't thank Retro City enough for helping us, the Creepy Clown Society, and making this event possible.
yeah.
So that's for November, and that'll be the only Creepy Clown Society show for the end of the year. I mean, we don't know when the next one will be. Um,
Nice.
so for that one, it's gonna be awesome. It's a terrifying Christmas. That's what
Yeah.
it's called, and yeah, it's gonna be wonderful. It's gonna have a little twist to it, and for her, she has uh, another musical play coming up, which you can tell them about that.
it's Descendants, like I mentioned, my friend theater. We're doing Descendants. It's just like it's a musical, of course. And I'm Fairy Godmother. Everyone knows Fairy Godmother. If you don't, it's the one that goes bibbidi boppity boo and Cinderella. And yeah, she's the headmistress of the school called Ordon.
Nice, nice. And of course, I mean, are these I don't know. Is there such thing as the lead role? Because of course, if it's like say Sleeping Beauty, then of course Sleeping Beauty is the lead role. But I mean, that's still a part, right? Because of course, I mean, for those that grew up watching, listening to those songs, musicals or cartoons or movies. I mean, every part makes the film. Like you mentioned earlier, if you kind of screw up, then it kind of, that's not good. So is there a lot of pressure in that? I mean, you got to go out there and perform. Are you thinking, okay, you know what, don't screw up? I mean, how does that work?
I think you do feel pressure from the start, like the first time you perform in front of a crowd, because usually for my school we do it 3 times. And the
Okay.
first time you're gonna probably feel nervous, but like later on you're gonna feel fine. You're gonna feel natural because you remember what's gonna happen, something like that.
Yeah. And let me ask you, since you've been doing this, I mean, have you fumbled on parts? I mean, if so, how did you go overcome that?
I did one time. I missed my entrance for a long time because my shirt was gone for my character Gretchen.
Yeah.
So the scene I was supposed to do with Karen, as well as learning plastics, I couldn't find my shirt. So by the time I had to get my shirt on, it was ready the song that played. So I missed like 2 scenes, but I made it out, and that was really hard.
No, you see, and that's kind of, I guess, even for me, like even when I'm doing this, I always tell people, even if we fumble on it, we just keep going. I just roll off the shoulder, and we got to put on the show and just keep going with it. But of course, I mean, the trick is not to screw up, right? So you live and learn.
Hmm.
And let me share this real quick, guys, because of course, I mean, you guys were talking about the event. It's a terrifying Christmas show, of course, and it's going to be the Creepy Clown Society. And you mentioned
Yeah,
earlier. I mean, for those that are interested, of course, this is going to be November 16th inside Ingram Mall. And if
yes,
you're afraid of clowns, then don't show up, right?
yeah. If you're afraid of clowns, don't go to that area. But
Yeah.
like I said, they're all good characters, good guys, good girls. Um, a mixture of them. It's all family fun, man. It's all family fun, and
No, you see.
but
And
it's seeing everybody together at one time is it to me. It's like wow, like this is so awesome. So yeah, so I can't wait to see what their faces with the other two that are going to be showing up.
oh, nice,
That's
bro. And
that's
then
gonna
those
be
are two characters that they haven't put out yet, right? So nobody knows about that.
no,
Oh man.
nobody knows. They might have been teased in and out of a video here and there, but you have to really pay attention to which one it is.
Damn.
But
I'm
yeah,
about to,
it's
I'm
gonna
about to
be
call,
interesting.
I'm about to call Joel, get the insight, man. I'm kidding. No, but that's cool, man. I mean, of course, people want to know who it is, and they got to show up. Like you mentioned earlier, every event at Ingram, man, it's all family friendly. I mean, of course, your daughter's going to be there, so of course, I mean, kids are welcome. Parents, of course. I
Yeah,
mean, be careful, man.
and she doesn't play a clown very often either. So this is probably like her second time as a clown. You know, well, third or fourth, I don't know. I lost count.
Not
But
paying attention.
you know, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting. We usually, we do a lot of things together, but this is one like an event that we actually gonna physically do together. Other than the Oak Farms
Right.
uh, haunted, maze that we did. So this
No,
will
and
be.
I meant to ask you about that, man. How did that go, man? I mean, did you guys get a lot of good feedback from that?
Yeah, we got some we got some good feedback from it. We got some. It was interesting. That they weren't expecting seeing Captain Spaulding out there or her. Her with her it was pretty hilarious. She kept yelling at everybody about her lost dog. You know, so
Oh
it,
man!
it was it was it was it was something.
And
It
did
was
you guys
something.
get to go inside the maze?
Well, we went a little bit, but it was getting later and later, and before you
Okay.
know it, it was already. I was beat. And I just I couldn't do it. I was
They're
like,
like,
oh,
yeah, I'll do it next year.
yeah, I'll do it next year or something. But it was really nice. It was very nice. They were really nice to us and everything else. So we had a good time out there. It was fun.
Cool, man. And of course, I mean, Victoria. I mean, events like this because, of course, and I will say thanks to your dad because, of course, he's the one going out there and pushing these events. He's actually been a big supporter. So because of that, I mean, how cool is it that you're able to get these opportunities this early?
It's pretty yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's
Especially
more
my
cool than
father
that.
is in it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And of course, I mean, you mentioned earlier. I mean, of course, doing these. I mean, the experience. Doing theater. Having came out in a short film, which is Legend of the Donkey Lady, which of course premiered the other day, and I wasn't
which
able
was
to go.
awesome.
Apologies.
Awesome.
Yes, bro. You see, and I'm hoping to get that CD, man. I mean, I did
Yeah, me
review,
too. Me too.
and
I definitely want it, and as funny as it might sound, I definitely want to get that DVD from Davila and get her to autograph it.
yeah, bro, dude,
Just,
but for sure, man. And that's one of the things because he was talking about posters and everything else, and I was like, dude, like,
yes,
I'm gonna have that poster with me, so every time I run into somebody, I'm definitely gonna have them sign it. I mean, that's gonna be one of the cool things. And of course, I'm gonna post this picture real quick, man, because of course the man himself, Marcus Davila,
there he
he's
is.
out there hanging out, giving you guys the opportunity. Like I said,
Yes,
Lions Productions, man. Husband and wife
yes,
team doing great things. Well, I will say
very
this.
great thing. Yes.
Yes, bro. Because one of the things that I personally love about what they're doing is that they're giving people from all walks of life an opportunity, man, and I respect
Oh
that
yes.
because if it wasn't for that, of course, I wouldn't have gotten to jump in a few, and your daughter as well as many others. So the fact that they're out
Hmm.
there looking for that one, who knows what comes out of this. Of course they
Yeah, who knows? I do know when your scene came up, it's kind of like
you should have
you know,
booed, bro. Boo.
it was kind of like one of those moments, like it's like when I tell people when you go watch a band play,
Yeah,
you watch a band play, but if you know the person in the band, you
yeah,
get a kind of a different feeling from it,
yeah,
and
dude.
it's like I know that person, kind of thing. And so when we were watching the movie and she came out, it was great. We're like, oh my god, it's so exciting. And then we saw you in the film, and we're like, oh my god, we know him, we know him. This is awesome. This is great.
You see, and
So
dude, I regret not going, man. I mean, I honest to God, dude, like allergies hit me bad, bro. Like I came home, broke a fever, passed out, woke up, I mean, beat up, and
it
I
was
was like,
packed.
man,
It was packed
I
in
just
there.
saw that, man. I mean, people definitely showed up, dude, and that's great. I mean, I'm glad that they got the response that they did, and for those that showed up to support, man. I mean, thanks to everybody, and of course,
Oh
we got the
yes, most
man
definitely.
himself right here, man, Fleetwood Davila. Thank you, man.
Fleetwood Davila, yes
Thank
sir.
you.
We can't, me and her, between me and her, we can't thank him enough for
No,
giving her the opportunity to be in a part, just something, and making her dream a reality, because that's all she talked about for like the last 2 or 3 years, about being in a film, being in a
uh,
film, and I can't tell you how many celebrities we met
yeah.
throughout the time. And I would tell her like, "Oh, she wants to be in a film. She wants to be in a film," and they'll
Oh,
give her advice and they'll give her tips. And these celebrities will just like, "Hey, I'm here to see you. Not,
I
you're
know.
having a conversation with my daughter over here." But again, we can't thank them enough to fulfill her dream. That's what she wanted to be, and we're just excited, and we can't just want to see what's the next in store for her. If he has something else for her or not.
No,
Amen.
no, man, bro. And I will say this because, of course, for those watching this, whether now or later, I mean, you can go to their page. I mean, Lions App Productions would probably be the best one on
Yes.
Instagram. I mean, of course, the Legend of the Donkey Lady. But
Watch it.
yeah, the DVDs are going to be coming up. They're going to be posting, so definitely give them a follow. And of course, you've got a little message for you guys on there. You know, uh, you know, of course, Tiny did a fantastic job, and they can't wait to work with her again, man. So of course, bro. I mean, great people, dude. I mean,
Yes.
like I said, I mean, the fact that they're helping everybody else, get what they can out of this. I'm having fun. I mean, for me, it's like, dude, I hit the milestone. I turned 50, and I'm just like, you know what? I want to have fun with it. But
Yeah. I have.
being said, your daughter being young and full of life, you still got some life on you. I
Yeah.
definitely hope for the best and see what comes out of this. This
Absolutely.
man, and of course,
Absolutely.
I was going to ask you because when it comes to makeup, I mean, this is for both you guys, but how I guess do you prefer not to wear makeup? I mean, because I would assume it takes too long. I mean, I don't know if I'd be able to do it, but I mean, when it comes to cosplay, do you look for cosplay with no makeup?
She don't like wearing makeup, but she looks good though. I mean, I don't know. That's up to you. Would you want to answer that?
I like wearing makeup. I just don't like the afterwards. That's all.
Oh, okay, yes, yes. And that's what I was getting to because I'm like, you know what? It must be fun putting it on, but taking it off, I'm like, man, I'd probably show up
Yeah,
full of paint next day, bro.
yeah. It's pretty hard to pull up to a McDonald's drive-through with that stuff on.
Unless you're cosplaying around a McDonald's, then they'd probably be like, "What the heck? Got the
Yeah,
boss
there
going
you
on."
go. Yes.
But you don't
Well,
play that kind of clown though, of course,
no, unfortunately not. No,
No, no, no. And
I
then
got close, but
hey, man, like I said earlier, bro. I mean, there's I mean, from what you've been doing, I mean, both you guys, there's going to be a lot of opportunities, man. I mean, like I said, 2025 is right around the corner. Who knows what comes out of this for everybody, for all of us. But I do wish everybody the best. When we're out
yeah,
there, I mean, one of the things, and that, I'm sure you'll agree, man. I mean, with the kids out there, the young ones, I mean, definitely keep an eye not just on them, but on each other. Protect each
yeah,
other, man. 'Cause there's a lot of unfortunate things going on in this world, and
yeah.
we
Most
definitely
definitely.
got your back, man.
Yeah, and like I was telling her one day, I told her, you have a very impressive portfolio of yourself.
Yeah,
As far as like being featured in two different magazines,
yeah,
that's one, and then
bro.
being supporting lead actress in her musical plays three times. I was
Nice.
like, wow, and then of course, she does her band thing in her school, and then she cosplays, and then now being featured in a film. It was like Jesus, all at the age of 13, and it just there's just so many more things that she's done, and and met so many celebrities along the way, and it's just like. Man, at 13 years old, I was riding a bicycle waiting for the street light to come on. But but for her, it's a very. I think to her, I told her it's just a very impressive portfolio. That she's
I agree.
accomplished.
I agree. And like I said, I mean, she's still young, so I mean, the future's still bright, and we'll see where this ends up, where it leads you, and who knows, maybe in a few years we'll be in line getting her autograph, bro. We'll still have to get in line. Be like, hey,
Yeah. Hey, she's done that already too. She's done the whole autograph thing too.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
but that was through Retro City, which we thank so much for having that opportunity for me and her. And she's done her own autographs, and she did well. And some people believe that she was the actual actress in that movie.
Oh, really, dude? That's
It,
cool.
yeah, they thought she was Samora from The Ring.
Yeah,
She thought she was the actual actress.
you should have been
And
like,
that's
she was the stunt double. She wasn't the actual.
yeah,
Hey, man.
yeah. So I mean, she does phenomenal, and she's done her own autograph, and like you said too, she has her own Instagram page, or Creepy Kaneko.
No,
So
yeah, so for those watching, of course, you can follow her on there on Instagram. And man, I mean, of course, with this being said, man, I mean, are you guys looking Dad, I mean, are you looking at, getting her a website, a link tree, something that she can actually start really putting everything on, or for both you guys, really?
yeah, I've been thinking about it too. I know Davila told me about you know um, she can start building on her film,
Oh
putting
yeah,
her films on there.
oh yeah,
And so I would like to do that eventually, to put all her stuff and that she's accomplished, and the
oh yeah,
magazine pieces and stuff like
yeah.
that.
Because that within itself, man, it's a resume. I mean, you're building up, and that way, future projects, people they'll look her up and see what she's done, and be like, okay, let's bring her on and see what comes out of it.
Hmm.
But that's
No,
cool,
yeah,
man. And of course, I mean, being the weekend, I mean, did you guys go anywhere today, or are you going anywhere this week?
we didn't do nothing. We didn't do nothing. We just went to Grandpa's house. That's all.
Go home,
But
eat pizza, and watch a movie, huh?
yeah, I went to go help out his camera, so he couldn't fix. But you know, that's all we did. We just relaxed, and we watched some WWE Crown Jewel. So
Oh, nice. Can't go
you
wrong with
know,
that.
yeah. So we're actually Yeah, it's for surprisingly, yeah, she's into wrestling too.
And I was just gonna
Especially live wrestling. Oh my
oh
god.
yes, bro. Yes. I'm I watch sports on TV, but if they're live, yeah, bro. I mean, I'm more in tune to watch something live than I am on TV. It's just a whole different vibe. But that's pretty cool. Maybe we'll see her in pro wrestling later, man. Who knows? You never know.
Yeah,
You never
no.
know. But guys, thank you all for jumping on this. Man, I appreciate it. And of course, I'm gonna be seeing you guys around here in San Antonio. So much stuff going on. Like I said, a few more events before the end of the year, and I'm sure I'll see you guys out there. But Victoria, is there anything you want to say? Let people know. I mean, what's going on, or thank anybody?
Um, I, I, I would say you can achieve your dreams. Just work hard enough and work hard enough. I don't know how to talk. But I would thank my father, my mother, my family, my friends for support
Yes.
and stuff like that. Yeah.
Cool, man. Well, thank you guys, and of course, Dad, we'll be seeing you, Captain Cutter, out there, man. We appreciate what both you guys are doing, and like I said, I mean, San Antonio, man. There's a couple of events going on. I'm sure I'm going to run into you guys as always. Always great to see you guys out there, and thank you
Always,
for jumping on
likewise.
this. All right, don't hang up yet, guys. Everybody out there, of course. Once again, this is Spider Coming Soon podcast. Till next time.